Hello everyone, today I'm going to go over the topic of negative numbers. So what are negative numbers? Well, negative numbers represent values less than 0. So imagine on a number line, to the right, so if you start a number line with 0, to the right there are positive numbers like 1, 2. But have you wondered what is to the left of a number line? Well, to the left of 0 on a number line? Well, the answer would be negative numbers. So right next to 0 would be -1, then -2, then -3, -1. So negative numbers, you need if you're so negative numbers are basically like numbers that are to the left of a number line. And for example, let's say you have 5 apples and you eat 8 of them, which is not possible, right? You only have 5, how would you eat 8 of them? Since you can't have negative apples, you owe 3 apples, which is basically, you could represent it as, if you represent it as a number, you'll represent it as 8, -3. And if you're on a number line, let's say you're at, let's say you're at 2, and you want to move 4 units to the left, where would you end up? Well, you would end up at -2. So, negative numbers allow us to deal with situations where we go below 0 or have less than what we started with. So they are a bit like owing or losing things in the world of numbers. So let's start off with the basic concept of negative numbers. Well, since positive numbers are greater than 0, negative numbers are less than 0, and 0 is neither positive or negative. You need to understand this concept as this is the negative number sign. While we don't have a sign for like positive, like basically +1 would look like this. A -1 would just look like this. But you don't really see the plus sign for +1. So when you add and subtract negative numbers, it would look like this. So 5 plus -3 equals 2. Well, what would this equal to? Well, these signs, well, you can eliminate these signs and make it into 5 minus 3 equals 2. If you add a negative number, it's basically subtracting, so it would just equal to 2. Another example, let's say you have 8 minus -2 equals, what do you guys think it equals to? Well, it equals to 10, because these two signs, they would just turn into 8 plus 2 equals 10. And negative, well, where can we apply negative numbers to? You would see negative numbers in temperature. While we don't use you would rarely see negative Fahrenheit degrees. It is common to see like negative Celsius degrees, like -5 Celsius. Or if you're subtracting, let's say the temperature is 7 degrees Celsius and it drops by 10 degrees Celsius, which is -10 degrees Celsius, you get a negative number because you're subtracting with something that is bigger than the starting number. So you would end up with -3 degrees Celsius. You also can see negative numbers applied in levels of elevation and depth. Like, for example, like if the sea level is at 0 and a diver dives like 10 feet below, they'll be negative 10 feet below sea level. So today this was